Hello again, folks. This is Sullla with something that is not a League of Legends commentary. We're going to do something a little bit different today. I'm going to take you through and do a Let's Play of the NES classic, Mega Man 3. Some of you might remember a while back I did a Let's Play of Mega Man X for the SNES. A little while back, did it in I think 6 or 7 parts, so this game's a little shorter, but I'm just going to go through and do a Let's Play for this one. I've always really enjoyed the old classic Mega Man games. These are the games that I played growing up for some of my favorites. Loved Mega Man 2, loved Mega Man 3. I think that this one is actually my favorite, even though Mega Man 2 is probably a little bit better in quality, but just always had a soft spot for this game, really enjoyed it. Anyway, gonna get started in 1 second, but just check out this awesome title screen music playing in the background. For me, it's a tough call between Mega Man 2 or Mega Man 3 has better title screen music. They're both really good. If you can hear it in the background, it's just awesome, gets you in the mood to play. But anyway, let's get started. Gonna get started here, and here's the startup screen. Look at Mega Man's eyes. Isn't he so cute? He looks in the different directions. But gonna start with the classic rotation. Gonna take you through the order that I would do the bosses if I were trying to play this game for real, trying to play this game seriously. Gonna start with Magnet Man. He's probably the easiest guy one of the easiest bosses to beat. Now, my pattern is usually to try to beat all the bosses with just the normal weapon, normal shot on the first time through. And then, but I will make sure to tell people like which robot masters are weak to which weapons, that sort of thing. Anyway, we'll get to that in a minute. Magnet Man stage, magnet stuff, pretty cool idea for a level. Oh, by the way, so this is the little gimmick for this game, Mega Man 3. Ah, dang it. Anyway, this is sort of the gimmick for Mega Man 3, is this guy, Breakman, or Proto Man, as he's more formally called, shows up, and you have to kill him. I guess not kill him, but you have to beat him, and then he opens up the way through the stage to the next part. So anyway, it's pretty easy to beat, especially in the chambers that have a flat bottom like that one. So let's keep going. Here, little guys coming down the steps, not too hard to deal with, pretty easy if you know what's coming. Anyway, so let's see, more of these guys here. One of the other gimmicks of this stage is these little pulley things are like magnets, and they suck you towards them. Anyway, not that dangerous. They're in a little bit more obnoxious spots later on. Don't need the power, just gonna slide on through. And here we've got disappearing blocks. These disappearing blocks are really easy to get past, but it's been a while since I played this. Alright, there it is. That's the pattern there. You have to jump on top of that one, and then you can just jump immediately up to the next one. So there we go. Pretty easy stuff. Yeah, these disappearing blocks pretty easy. This one's pretty simple too. Just jump through it. Oh, nuts, I messed that up. Yeah, this is not some of the more difficult disappearing blocks. Pretty easy to get through once you know the pattern. Just, oh man, that magnet is really messing with me. Normally I do this part really easily. Just have to wait. Oh, I jumped too early that time. Yeah, anyway, you just wait on this one for the next one to appear, and then jump. There we go. And yeah, you don't even need that last block. I don't know why I was waiting for. Oh! Never mind. I don't know why you don't even need that last one. Here, it's the same. Oh, dang it! It's the same thing. You don't really need to wait. And here you just gotta wait for the last one, and there we go. So yeah, pretty simple. There are much more difficult block puzzles in other Mega Man games. There we go. That last one's pretty easy. But if you mess it up, you do die. So I guess that's the consequence. All right, this part here this is actually the trickiest part of the whole Metal Man stage. Right here is beating this guy, and let's see if I can beat him without getting hit. Oh! Thought I dodged that last bullet, but anyway, that's the last guy in the stage. Or no, wait, there is one more guy up here. It's another one of these missile guys. What a goofy looking face these things have. A little bit like a clown face. But anyway, that's the end of the level. 8-bit classic games, very short levels. Usually can play each one in like 3 minutes if you know what you're doing. Okay, so Magnet Man, really easy to beat. He just has 2 things that he does. He runs toward you, jumps twice, and then he shoots his magnet. Magnet missiles are pretty easy to dodge, and this is the only other thing he does. He sucks you towards him. Really easy to dodge. All you have to do is just slide away, and that's it. You've already seen everything he does, so he's really easy to beat, even with the regular shot. You should like never get hit if you play this guy, once you know what his pattern is. Oh, by the way, my friends and I, when we were growing up, we always thought he looked really constipated when he was doing that. Maybe I shouldn't say that, but he always looked like he was on the toilet trying to, well, you get the impression, and he was having some trouble pushing one out. But anyway, enough of that, on to the next level. Gonna grab our first weapon here, the Magnet Beam. Possibly the most useful weapon in Mega Man 3. Really useful weapon. It uses up a lot of energy when you use it, but it locks on to enemy targets. So you can fire a missile from across the room and it'll lock on to targets. Great at hitting stuff above you, or I guess below you, but normally it's stuff above you. So anyway, nice weapon. On to the next stage. On to Hard Man. And there are all sorts of inappropriate jokes I can make about this guy. I mean, just look at him, for God's sakes. But we'll just leave off those. We're in the 8-bit era, the friendly era. And so we'll just leave off that and get back to Hard Man. Anyway, this level is got kind of a weird design. Oh, I can't believe I got hit by that bee. Anyway, interesting design. It's like all rocks. I don't know where you get all sorts of rocky stuff from Hard Man, but in any case, that's what they decided to go with for the aesthetic. Now, these bee guys can be really tough, but there's a trick. You can actually just, when they appear, you just move back to the left and you scroll most of the bees off the screen. You can actually scroll all of the bees off the screen, and they don't come back. This game is not Ninja Gaiden. They will not come back once they appear. Oh, also little traps on the ground. Not that tough to deal with. Just slide over them. Now here, we got to use our Rush Coil for the first time. This is the first Mega Man game where Rush the Robot Dog appears. I believe he's been in every other game since this one. This guy's a little tricky. You got to slide underneath his little, whatever that thing is he throws, a hammer or something. So a little tricky there. You can't jump over it. Not enough space on the roof. You can also use Magnet Missile there if you want to, and just kill him with Magnet Missile down on the ground. All right, here, robotic monkeys. They jump around. Not too tough to. Uh-oh, dang it. They jump around and they speed up as you hit. Well, actually, I don't think they speed up as you hit them. It just feels that way sometimes, but not that tough to dodge. Here's another one of those hammer guys. Yeah, he's pretty easy to juke, and there's more power. So notice there's already been 2 big power things already in this stage. They give you a lot of power in this level for some reason. I don't know why. All right, here's another monkey guy, and you just need to juke him. Get up on the ladder and shoot him. Yep, there we go. So he's finished off pretty easily too. On the whole, Mega Man 3 is not the most difficult NES game. By NES standards, it's pretty tame. It's pretty similar to Mega Man 2 on the normal difficulty, I guess I'd say, but I always play Mega Man 2 on difficult, where it's a lot harder. Just mostly because they don't drop power. Yay, E-Tank. Energy Tank, first one of those. We'll be picking up a bunch of those. Alright, here, gotta dodge the little 3 shots at these helmet guys. I'm sure these guys have some official name, but I always just think of them as like the helmet guys with the little cross on their helmets. Anyway, so they're in this game too. They've been in every Mega Man. Alright, so this part can be really tricky, but once again, we're gonna pull a little NES trick, scroll them off the screen, run to the left, scroll the bees off the screen, and they don't come back. So, not that tough if you know the trick. Oh, here we got another Proto Man or Breakman stage. This one's a little tougher because the floor is uneven, so a little tougher to dodge, but still pretty easy here. I gotta remember is the pattern. Okay, so the pattern is you gotta jump when he's shooting at you from the left. Oh, never mind. He died pretty fast. Oh, and more power, yay! Like I said, that's the 3rd power thingy in this level. For whatever reason, they gave you they had the kid gloves on when they designed this level. Trust me, every other level does not have that much power sitting around, but with 3 power things, pretty easy to make it through the level. All right, here's Hard Man. Yeah, he's like slate, he's bluish gray or whatever. Anyway, so he has a pretty simple pattern too. He just tosses these little his weapon at you. It's called the hard knuckle, and then he tries to like pile driver you with his head. Anyway, so the way that you can beat this guy, you use Magnet Missile against him as the weapon, but you can also just take him down with a normal shot. So just notice how I'm doing the same thing over and over again. Just let yourself get hit by that first hard missile or hard knuckle, and then just dodge his pile driver thing. Just keep shooting him, and he'll die before you die. So not that tough of a boss. I mean, you take some damage if you can reduce the damage you take if you use Magnet, but he's pretty easy to beat even without that. So we got our second weapon, Hard Knuckle. Hard Knuckle, hard-hitting weapon, deals a lot of damage, really slow-moving though, so it's kind of a tough weapon to hit with. Not really that much utility, but you've got to use it in the Dr. Wily stages at the end of the game. So we will be using that later on. And now we're going to go on to the guy who's weak to Hard Knuckle, which is Top Man. So I'm going to try to each level I'm doing is like the next one that the guy is weak to. So just keep that in mind. I'll try to mention it during the video. Okay, so Top Man, weird boss. This is one of those Japan, what are you thinking bosses? Top Man, a boss with a top on his head. So yeah, I don't get it. Doesn't make sense to me. But again, this game does come from Japan. And for some reason, Top Man level translates to like jungle theme. Again, I don't understand that either, but whatever. So yeah, the biggest pain in this level are these little guys that are like on the ground, and you can't shoot them when they're on the ground. You can only shoot them when they're jumping, so you have to wait until they jump at you. But then they give you power, and it's, yeah, all the challenge just disappears right there. Okay, little trick here. You hang down from the ladder. Oh, extra dude. Yeah, you hang down from the ladder and you kill the guys who drop the tops. It's not even that difficult if you drop down, but just figure I'll show you one of the little tricks if you've never played this game. Here, now watch this. Gotta decoy that thing out, the little screw thingy that flies out. Yeah, if you don't decoy that out, you have a good chance of ending up in the spikes. Just another one of those little got you tricks from the 8-bit era where they would like screw with you, and you could only learn this stuff if you played the game. Alright, we want to get up top there, so gonna call on Rush Coil again. So there we go, gonna jump up here. Shoot this guy in the back. Not very polite to shoot. Oh, never mind. Didn't want to jump on Rush Coil, but shoot that guy in the back of the head. Grab the extra man. Probably don't need it, but let's just grab it anyway. And here, more of the helmet guys on the stairs. Just jump over the bullets. Pretty easy. And just decoy the bullets out. Now, when I go down this ladder here, there's going to be, yeah, see this big cat thing? I don't know what a cat is doing in Top Man's level either, but you just shoot him like 10 times and then he dies. You can actually take a lot of damage there, though. When we used to play this game when we were kids, we used to always take so much damage there. The trick is to just keep shooting that guy, like, a lot, because you're pretty much guaranteed to take hits. Now, here's another cat guy right here. Yeah, see, there he is. But this one's much easier just because you're not in a little sardine can, and you just jump over his little balls or whatever. He will actually shoot fleas at you too, but I always just kill him so fast that they never even appear. But if you take your time... Oh, that little power was nice. Anyway, yeah, don't fall there where you die, but those jumps actually aren't that tough. Okay, now this guy can be tricky, but there is a way to make it through without getting hit as I get hit. So what happens is you wait for the top, and then you slide. Oh, that's nice, more power. So back to full, and then we're going to shoot this guy and kill him. Okay, now for another trick in this game. There's a secret in this game where you can perform a super jump. Whee! See the super jump? So the way that you can do this is if you hit the right button on the second controller, not first controller, you do a super jump when you hit A, and you can actually jump through the pits. Whoop! Up in the sky there. So, yeah, one of the fun little secrets of this game. Now I'm going to go back and do it the normal way. But, yeah, the super jump. Tons of fun to mess around with in this game. Mega Man 3 is a great game to play with 2 people. You just have one person on the second controller, like, constantly letting you do super jumps. There's also some other weird stuff you can do by holding, I think it's B and down or something like that. You can, like, pause the game and do all sorts of weird stuff. But I'm not going to get into that. Anyway, Top Man. So this guy's also really easy. We'll get more into the super jump later. I'm going to mess around with it a little bit more. But Top Man, really easy. All he does is throw tops, and then he spins and jumps at you. So really easy to beat. You don't really need the hard knuckle. Anyway, not going to kill him. Watch this. Watch what we're going to do here. Okay, I didn't mean to get hit here. What? Oh, no. Okay. Alright, I'll do it on the next pass then. Alright, going to jump over this guy. Watch him. Watch Top Man. Boom! He just self-combusted. No, well, what happens is if you're right next to him when he dies, the little particle from your shot doesn't appear. So if you get him down to 1 hit and you just stand next to him and then shoot, then he just like explodes and you never even see the shot. So again, just another little trick that's fun to do. Okay, Top Man, Top Spin, most useless weapon in the game. When you use it, it causes Mega Man to spin, and you're supposed to like jump into people to use the top spin. Yeah, it's not good. Okay, I'm probably not going to use that at all, because it's not very good. But if you were going to use it, the person who's weak against top spin is Shadow Man. So, Shadow Man, Ninja Man, I guess. He's basically like a robot ninja, which is all sorts of awesome. So anyway, this level, red waterfall in the background. Anyway, kind of a weird level in terms of the background stuff. Interesting design. It's sort of like a warehouse, but with like lava in the background. Anyway, I don't know. I'll figure it out, but it's kind of an interesting level. Here, we've got another Breakman stage, another Proto Man or whatever. So yeah, we've got, this one's flat ground, so pretty easy. Just slide under him. He jumps when he gets near you, slide under him, then shoot him in the face a whole bunch of times. Yeah, he's dead. Thanks for playing, dude. Okay, on to the rest of the stage, and there's more of these little eyeball guys. There's 3 shots to kill them. Pretty easy to kill. Oh, this is one of the gimmicks of this stage, is they have these things that make it go dark, and you can kill it with the magnet missile. Yeah, it's heat-seeking or homing, so it will kill the guys, but not that dangerous. Don't really need to kill him. I guess I'll just let this guy live. No reason to shoot him, but if you scroll him off the screen or kill him, the lights come back on. If you've played this game enough, you kind of know where the pits already are, so not that dangerous. Or you can kill him. You can just shoot him like that. That's fun to do, too. So grenade guys, the grenade guys are one of the few enemies that will come back. Like if you scroll them off the screen, they will come back again. And they also never drop any power when you kill them. So not a big fan of the grenade guys. The little eyeball guys, much easier to kill. They actually drop stuff when you kill them. Then we got more of these little, I don't even know what to call them, jumping guys, something like that. They always looked almost like a vacuum cleaner on the ground. I know that's kind of a weird analogy, but they kind of made me think of that. Okay, right here, watch what we're gonna do. There's a trick to this section. What you do is you decoy these little parachute guys like that. What you do is you make like you're gonna jump to the next platform, and you trigger their AI. See, there it is, and it gets them to come down before they're ready. It's like right there, and they're really easy to kill that way. Just another little trick. You just scroll the screen ahead, they appear, and then it's really easy to kill them. Whereas if you wait for them to, if you don't do that, then they're like above your head on the platforms, and it's real hard to kill them. Also, kill the little jumpy guy right there. If you know he's coming, easy to kill. Otherwise, you take a hit. Just another one of those got you moments in an old-fashioned game. But anyway, that's the end of the stage, so we're up to Shadow Man. I love the Shadow Man boss fight. This one's really fun to do. Like I said, Robot Ninja. So he's got 2 attacks. One of them is he throws a big star, yeah, like he just did there where he hit me. The other one is he like slides towards you and tries to ram into you. Out of his 2 attacks, it's when he hits you that does all the damage, so I just always assume he's gonna like do the slide. Yeah, like right there. I just always assume he's gonna slide, and that way, even if I get hit by the star, it's not that big a deal. So if you know his... Ow, yeah, did you see how much damage that did? So if you know his pattern, it's not that hard to dodge, but it's still a little bit trickier of a boss fight, just because he moves really fast. So yeah, just like keep dodging his dash thing, and keep shooting him, and he's gonna die. Yeah, like right there. Alright, slide to the other side, and 1 hit, he's dead. So, not that tough. Just takes some practice. Like a lot of these old games, it's really hard if you don't know the pattern, but if you do know the pattern, it's kind of a cinch, and it's pretty easy to beat. So, didn't use top spin there. Top spin, pretty lame, since you have to jump into the enemy and hurt yourself in order to use it, so it's pretty silly. Now, Shadow Man's weapon, Shadow Blade, is really sweet. Rush Marine is almost entirely useless, but whatever. Shadow Blade, pretty cool. It's a lot like the Metal Blade from Mega Man 2. Not as good, because Metal Blade is like the most retardedly overpowered weapon ever in a Mega Man game. But Shadow Blade's still pretty good. You can throw it in 5 directions, left, right, up, and then diagonally. So, really useful weapon. I'll definitely be using that later on in Doc Wily stages and stuff like that. But a really useful weapon. Anyway, so on to Sparkman's level. This level is like all electric stuff. So yeah, see the guys who are like giant electric plugs? Pretty easy to kill. There's also these like barriers that I'm running through. You just have to time it right to run through them. In that room that I just went through, if you just keep running to the right and never stop, you make it through like perfectly. But if you stop and slow down, then you're much more likely to take hits. So that's the secret to doing that room. Just never stop running, keep going to the right. Oh, these things can really mess you up. See the spikes on the ceiling? These things go up into the air, so you gotta be careful, or else they will run you up into the spikes. And then more of the barriers, again, just keep going to the right, don't stop running, and you make it through perfectly. So that part that I just did, a little bit tricky, and you can see they give you the energy back there in case you messed it up, which is kind of nice of them. Not that tough. It's not as tough if you've played this game a lot. If you're playing it and like you don't have a lot of practice, then that part can be really tricky, but once you've played it a few times, not that bad. Okay, and we're falling! Whee! Okay, that was pointless. Right there, that's where you start if you die. Hopefully I won't die here. This part's pretty pointless, like these blocks fall down from the sky. Again, if you just keep running to the right, then they don't do anything, but again, if you stop, then they can kind of mess you up. You can shoot them and break them. Okay, this is the trickiest part of the level. Let's see if... Uh-oh, I just messed that up. I gotta get back to the left side. There we go. Yeah, so this part is... It's the blocks along with these little... Uh-oh, this is really bad. Gotta get off this platform without dying. Okay, I made it. So it's like the screw things along with the things that run you up to the ceiling. So this is what I should have done. You've got to decoy these things into going on you, just like I did in Shadow Man's level a minute ago. So like if you decoy them to going like that, then it's easy. If you don't, then you take a lot of damage. The only reason I didn't die there was I kept running into the enemies so that I didn't hit the spikes. And yeah, there we go. Just I wanted to finish that one off. I think I'm going to take Shadow Man's weapon here, the Shadow Blade. Just this is what Sparkman's weak to, just because I took a lot of damage. I don't really want to die against this boss, so sorry about that. I want to make sure I don't die here. So anyway, this is Sparkman. He has 2 attacks. He shoots out a whole bunch of sparks. Yeah, and then he shoots 1 giant spark. His little spark's not that dangerous. The big one deals a ton of damage, but he's not going to get a chance to use that a second time. So Sparkman, yeah, the trick to beating him, it's okay to get hit by the little sparks when he shoots out that big ring. Just make sure you don't get hit by the big spark, because it deals a lot of damage. And if you use Shadow Blade, he's really easy to kill. He's not even that tough even with the normal shot. It's just the floor of that level is so messed up. Makes it a little bit tricky because it's not flat. Okay, Spark Shock. Spark Shock, one of the most useless weapons in this game. You barely use it for anything. Not a useful weapon in the least. You use it on Magnet Man, and that's about it. And Magnet Man's really easy to kill without it. So anyway, not going to be using that one much. Alright, Snake Man's level. I love Snake Man's level. It's all snakes, nothing but snakes all the time. Like, everything is a snake. Well, not everything, but almost. And I love shooting those guys. Wait, can I get it? Boom! Take that. Yeah, you don't jump around in my level. But anyway, it's all snakes. It's a fun level to do. The music is great in the background, if you can hear it over me talking. Might be a little tricky. Oh, I thought I jumped over that one. Oh my god, you are so gonna get it. Okay, there we go. Finish that guy off. So here's the big snake. These guys, 10 shots to kill. Pretty... I was gonna say pretty easy to dodge their shot and then I get hit. But really, not that tough. 10 shots, just shoot them in the head, dodge the flames. Pretty easy. Here, more snakes. Snakes hanging upside down from the ground. Fun stuff. Oh, did a nice job of dodging that guy's shot. Again, Mega Man 2, not the hardest, or 3, not the hardest game. Notice how they give you like double power there. So even if you really screwed up that beginning, you'd be back to full right there. Nice of them to give you all that power. Here, oh, here's guys that like pole vault over you. It's really weird. So like when they jump in the air, shoot their little spring and then just shoot them as they run back towards you. But it's kind of a weird enemy. And then there's those guys that like drop stuff on you from the sky. Also not that tough to kill. This guy here, oh, I can't believe I got hit there. Yeah, just another hammer guy, easy to kill. Can't believe I got hit by that guy. Alright, 2 ladders, which one to go up? Well, go up the one on the right first. There's 2 question mark things here. And this one's got an extra dude, and that one has power. Yeah, so basically, it's like a random dice roll. You can get any power up out of that little question mark block. That's what they would replace that with Flip Top in future Mega Man games, but I always thought Flip Top was kind of lame. I actually kind of liked the question mark blocks and, you know, had that element of randomness to it. So, just a little bonus. Anyway, another snake guy. I'm not going to get hit by this guy. No. He did not fare as well as his brother earlier in the level. So again, another one of these guys, now they're like orange instead of red. I don't know what's going on with the palette swapping. Alright, let's just jump. Woo! Just gonna super jump over that. I didn't feel like getting rush coil. Woo! There we go again. And more power. Again, game being really generous with power. And let's super jump up there. Yeah, there we go. Anyway, I have it binded to the L key on my controller. Anyway, another little thing here. Boom! Gonna take him out with Shadow Blight. Okay, that was probably not worth switching to the menu and eating up that extra time, but whatever, it's fun. I like killing those guys using something that can shoot straight up. Okay, so now we're like up in the sky, and it doesn't make sense to me, but now we're like on these cloud things, and the trick here is you want to jump when you're like at the top so that you don't fall into the ground. And, oh, shoot! Okay, I should have died there, but I used Super Jump to save myself. Yeah, notice that the music like disappears if you were supposed to die. And it's really weird. So basically, I just cheated there. Sorry about that. Gonna try to do this. So basically, that was a death. That counts as a death. That was me messing up. I should have died there. Used super jump, cheated to save myself. Anyway, just finishing this level, and wow, is it freaky with no music. You can like decoy these guys into going. So like when you shoot them, they stop going up and down. So anyway, I think we get music back when we go in here. And yeah, there we go. So Snake Man, yeah. The weapon to use against him is actually Needle Man's weapon, which we don't have, so just going to use a normal shot on this guy. Now, the trick to Snake Man is basically he just runs around the room and tosses snakes at you. Snakes are really easy to dodge, but you actually want to get hit deliberately by the snakes, and the reason for that is the snakes do much less damage than if Snake Man himself runs into you. So we're just going to fight this as a war of attrition. I'm going to let the snakes hit me, and I'm just going to keep shooting him, and as long as Snake Man himself doesn't hit me, I'm going to be okay. Yep, there we go. So, yeah, just going to keep shooting him, and guess what? You're dead. Oh, no. Okay, now you're dead. I missed the shot, but, yeah, now you're dead. Yeah, so, that's all you have to do. Just let the snakes hit you, not Snake Man, and you won't take that much damage, and basically he'll die before you do. So, not the most elegant strategy, but that's the one I figured out in order to beat him. Alright, new weapon, Snake Man weapon, Search Snake. Search Snake, a fun weapon to use. This is one of the more useful weapons. It shoots out little snakes on the ground, just like what Snake Man does, and then they like run over the ground and can hit targets for you. It's really good for hitting stuff on the ground that you can't otherwise reach, and it's useful in a couple of places. You also have to use it in Wily Castle again, so a lot of utility on that weapon too, and it doesn't use up much power when you use it either. Alright, Gemini Man. This is one of the more creative bosses they've ever done for Mega Man. It's just a cool name. The stage is really cool. It's like you're in space, I guess, and this really freaky, like, lime blue type background. And then you got these, like, alien things dropping orange fire, and then penguins, and wow, Japan, you are weird sometimes. But you know what? At the same time, it's pretty awesome. So, whatever, I'm not complaining. Strange level, but it's an interestingly designed boss. Anyway, this part out here, not too tricky. You just got to try to avoid the fire as much as possible, and the penguins are really easy to kill. They shoot out these eggs, but they die really quickly, so not that big a deal. Yeah, just dodge the fire. Oh, I should have killed that guy. Whew. Fortunately, it didn't matter. Yeah, you want to try to shoot the guys before they start tossing fire. Oh, and this one, There we go. Stand between the flames. Got it at the right spot. Could have killed him with magnet missile too. Now here, I'm going to try to do something. Let's see if I can do this right. I need to slide. Oh, nuts. Okay, well, what you can do is if you set it up right, you can slide into this room and then super jump, and you actually go like right through that barrier. And then when you do that, the music cuts out and it gets really freaky, and there's all sorts of like weird stuff in this level later on. There's like graphical glitches. I was trying to show that, but I actually messed it up. Oh well, I'm gonna do this game on one playthrough, so I'm not gonna go back and try to show that to you. But in any case, if you use the super jump there, you can actually go like right through that barrier before Breakman or whatever blows it up, and then there's like weird freaky stuff in this level. So if you have Mega Man 3 sitting around at home, give it a try. Again, super jump is you hit right on the second controller, and like I said, I just have that bound to the left to the L button on my controller, so I can do it whenever I want to. All right, this part, yeah, there we go, like right there. All right, whoop, there we go. As I speak of it, yeah. So this area, all these fish eggs, you shoot the little eggs and fish come out. Again, Japan, you're weird sometimes. You can sit there and kill them all day if you want. You can like farm 1-ups and eat. I don't think you can get E-tanks, but you can get 1-ups back there. Just not that interested in doing it because I'm not planning on dying a whole lot. And if I am, I'll just cheat my way if I fall into a pit. Then we get these weird duck things, and these are the things that get like all graphically glitchy if you do the super jump back there and screw up the game. But they're pretty easy to kill. They shoot out like little cheeps on the ground, and you just jump over them and shoot them in the eyes. Pretty easy. Okay, now a water section of this level, and here I'm going to use Rush Coil to get up here. I might just be lazy and use the super jump. Basically, super jump allows you to skip ever using Rush Coil. Like right there, gonna get the extra. Yeah, whatever. I'm not gonna bother with Rush Coil. Gonna get the extra line. This part is the hardest part of Gemini Man's level. You've got these like dragonfly things that are flying at you, and then these other guys at the bottom that are shooting at you. So you have to be a little bit tricky. Also, you can fall in the water, and you will die if you fall down there. There's no nothing down there. You just a pit if you die. So you just have to be a little bit careful here. Jump from platform to the next. Try to only fight one of these guys at a time. Yeah, that's what we wanted. We want that power. Okay, back to full. Anyway, like I said, and like right there, you can decoy the dragonflies. Like you can try to get them to go on you atop. Like right there, yep, there we go. Going to get him to fly at me up top and then just drop down. Okay, more jumping guys. Yeah, pretty easy to kill. Only one shot. That's the thing about this game. A lot of guys you can kill in one shot. And these guys, these big eye guys, they're really easy to kill too. Yeah, like, was that hard? No, not hard to kill. Like I said, Mega Man 3, not the hardest game overall. Pretty easy game, but it's so much fun to play. Alright, for Gemini Man, this is the only one of the Mega Man bosses that I can't beat without using a weapon. I can't seem to beat this guy. He just deals too much damage if I don't use Search Snake. So, gonna use Search Snake. He starts out with 2 guys, and boom, there we go. That was the whole Gemini thing. Did you blink or miss it? Yeah, I know. Search Snake kills him really fast. But basically, 2 guys, Gemini twins running around. When you hit them a couple times, one of the 2 twins dies. But I've never been able to do that battle without using Search Snake. Every time I've tried, I've always died. So, whatever. Okay, new weapon time. Gemini Laser. Gemini Laser. This is another cool weapon. It shoots this laser around the screen, and it like bounces off the walls. And the game almost always goes into slowdown when you use it. So, it's really freaky, and I'll use it later on when I get to some of the later bosses. You use it against Needle Man, but I'm going to try to beat Needle Man with just regular shot. We'll see how that goes. So, anyway, last stage, last of the initial 8, Needle Man stage. Lots of guys shooting needles at you. Again, needle, kind of a strange idea for a boss, but I guess it works. These little porcupine, armadillo guys shoot needles at you. They're a nice fit for this stage. Not that tough to kill. Basically, you just have to shoot them a lot. 6 hits. They're a little more robust than the other enemies. Here, I'm just going to run through this section here. Little guys shooting cannonballs at you, but they die pretty fast. 3 shots. More of the helmet guys. And, yep, just kill that guy when he drops down. More dragonflies. Yeah, they do reuse some of the same enemies and levels. Like I said, gotta get a lot out of only so many art assets. There we go. That's a pretty nice shot there. Just keep killing the... Oh, shoot. Never mind. I meant to shoot that guy, and apparently I missed. Or I just didn't shoot. Alright, let's let those bullets go past. Now I need someone to drop some power for me. Let's see if I can get that. No. Screw you, guy. I wanted you to drop power. And more needles. Yeah, this is an environmental hazard. Got to slide underneath the needles. There we go. Not too tricky there. Got to get past this one. Just lined up in sequence here. And again, not that bad. There's one there, gotta watch out for, but yeah, pretty easy stuff. Not that tough to make him fly. Now this guy is really hard to kill because you can't shoot him enough times before he slides down there. And he's really tough to hit down in this little crack there. So I'm just going to use Search Snake. Let's see if I can get him. There's one hit. I think I need to hit him once or twice more. Yeah, there he goes. So see how the little snakes like run down there? Okay, going to use Rush Coil here and get this Oh, nut. Screw it. We'll just jump up there. Super jump. There we go. I could have done it with Rush Coil. You saw. It's not cheating if I could have just used Rush Coil anyway, is it? Anyway. So here are more of the hammer dudes. Not too tough to beat. Yeah, I could just slide underneath these if I wanted to. Yes, more power. Full power. Could just slide underneath them, but I'll just go back down the ladder. Oh, did you? What the? I still get hit when I'm doing that? That's weird. Oh, by the way, look at this. Look at this. Doesn't it look like Mega Man's vomiting over the ladder? Looks like he's like puking over the top of the ladder. Anyway, that's what I always thought when I was growing up. Anyway. Okay, one more eye guy, and that's it. Now we're on to Needle Man. And he's another one of the bosses that's fun to fight. Now, a little trick about Needle Man is if you don't move at the start of the fight, he won't move either. Watch this. We're just going to stand here. Alright, you make the first move. Alright, okay, so eventually he starts moving, but he doesn't for a while. Alright, so this guy, he throws a lot of needles at you, as you might expect. But the thing you gotta dodge is right there, right that. See if he, like, shoots this spiky thing at you? That's what deals a ton of damage. You gotta avoid that. He's a fun boss. He takes a lot of shots to beat. And you, like, gotta dodge these needles all the while and slide around his needle pincer thing or whatever it's called. So this is a fun battle. Not the easiest in the world. Don't try this unless you practiced it a couple times. I would recommend using the Gemini laser if you haven't played this. Oh, I'm nuts. I shouldn't have gotten hit there. Use the Gemini laser if you haven't played this before. Oh, come on. I slid there. I didn't jump. Stupid down and A as opposed to A. Controller getting messed up. Okay, I think I'm going to win this one, but I have taken a lot of hits here. Oh, that would have done a lot of damage. One more hit. One more hit. Come on. There we go. All right. Yeah. There we go. Alright, that's the last of the initial 8. Gonna get his weapon, the needle gun, I think it's called. Needle something. Anyway, it's not that useful. One of the less impressive weapons. Not that useful, but I'll probably use it a couple times later on. Alright, gonna end it here. We're gonna pick this up next time in part 2 and move on to the next set of bosses, so stay tuned.